Hi, I'm Steve from Imperial Outdoors. We are an off-road trailer company. We've been in business for about 14 years. We started out making ice houses in Wisconsin, so we're very familiar with cold weather. This is one of our second generation off-road trailers standing behind me. It's called Imperial Outdoors Xplore-RV. It is 26 feet. It uses a Cruisemaster suspension system, and I'll point that out to you here. It is the ATX Air Ride airbag suspension system. It is adjustable with a key fob. We are at 5,500 pounds on this trailer, and you could actually load it with another 4,000 pounds worth of gear. We use a full CNC machined laminated sidewall with exterior glass, so we keep the weight down dramatically with that process. We also have a full perimeter steel frame, a 4-inch perimeter steel box section frame, and then we run a 6-inch rail system, twin rail system down the middle of the trailer. So literally, if you buried your tow vehicle and your trailer, you could recover them both with the D-rings in the back. We have an exterior kitchen on this coach, so you can cook outside. Uses propane, has a little sink hookup, so gives you the option of cooking outside instead of inside. The box on the front you see is our storage box for our propane, two twin 20-pound propane tanks. It's divided in half. The other side is storage. In the front, there's another door access for the steps that let you go in and out of the coach. I mentioned we use the Cruisemaster ATX suspension system. We also use the D045 hitch on the front, which is a 360-degree swivel hitch. So that would allow you to, if worst case scenario, you flipped your trailer, you hopefully wouldn't flip your tow vehicle. You can really see the dimensions of the rail system I mentioned as far as the frame. It's a 6-inch box section steel. So super heavy duty, very strong. We actually have a traction board mount position on the coach. So you can put some gear up there. We have a lighting system for access in the dark if you're trying to hook up your trailer. Also, you can see there's a roof rack on our trailer. That's actually a full perimeter roof rack system, and that allows us to attach our solar panels without putting 75 holes in the roof. We have actually 5 holes in the roof, one for the air conditioner, one for the max air fan, and 3 for the power lines that come in off the solar panels. We have 1,240 watts of solar on the X195 and 1,080 amp hours of lithium. If you go down the side here, you can kind of get a little better idea. This is the pass-through storage from the other side, you can see from the outside kitchen. I mentioned our walls are all laminated. They are also 2 5/8 inches thick, so that really helps us with the R value. Working in Wisconsin, we learned with that cold weather was one of the things that really taught us how to make a trailer durable and reliable, because if you're out and it's 30 or 40 below zero, you don't want it breaking down. This is your access point for the Cruisemaster. It's also our water station. We have 60 gallons of fresh water and 60 gallons of gray. We do not use a black tank. We use a dry flush toilet. You can see under here, this black box is the freshwater tank. It has a steel encased protective box in it, and then we use ducted heat into that area as well as heat pads to give you that warm weather or cold weather resistance. On the back, you can carry a spare or 2 spares. We actually like to have the box and a spare, so you got some more gear carrying options. There's room for a high lift jack on the bottom, and then you can see where the D-rings I mentioned on the rear of the frame. I mentioned that our panels were all CNC machined. We use this exoskeleton you see all around the coach to attach the panels together, and then attach that frame to the main frame of the coach. So now we'll take a look at the inside. So we're on the inside of the X195. We have a full walk-in shower to my left here with about 6.4 inches of clearance. And then on the right, we have what we call a Lavio dry flush toilet, which uses a bag system, very much like a diaper genie, that allows us to not have a black tank. As you come out here, you see the dinette area. This does make it into a bed, so you can sleep a third person or 2 small people. Overhead, I have the 12-volt Dometic air conditioner running right now, and we've been running them all weekend. And with the massive solar of 1,240 watts and 1,080 amp hours of lithium, we are pretty much still at 100%. We use the induction stove because of the efficiencies of no heat loss and no fumes in the coach from propane. If you turn around, you see this is actually a new model we have with the larger RV King bed. And then I will show you underneath the bed is where we keep our power system. The 360 amp hour lithium batteries from Expion. All of our windows are dual pane acrylic windows. They are nitrogen charged, which really helps reduce the transfer of cold or heat depending on what environment you're in. They also come with a pull down blind blackout shade with a reflective back on them, and then that also would connect to a screen. If you look up here, you can see where our control panel is. You monitor pretty much everything you want to monitor here. That's I mentioned. I did not mention that we use a Truma Combi, which is a one unit that runs your gas and runs your hot water and your furnace. It uses gas and electric, so it's very versatile. We use Go Power control center, and then Expion lithium batteries. A couple other points we haven't talked about is the isotherm refrigerator and freezer. This is a European design. You see it on $10 million yachts. The biggest advantage to it is it's 12 volt only. It's also designed to work at a 45-degree angle. So if you're parked on a hill, it'll still work. You're not going to have any problems with keeping your beverages and your food cold. We also use the Truma Combi furnace, which is a one unit that does hot water and your heat. It uses 12 volt propane or 110. Works on all three of those or together. The nice thing about it is it's extremely quiet. And then we run ducted heat off of that unit. So we've got the ducted heat that I mentioned that goes into the water tanks. We've got ducted heat along the floors. And then we also have ducted heat in the bathroom as well. And then we use a Seaflow water pump, which is also another high-end European design. You'll see that on $10 million yachts, $500,000 Class A's. One of the biggest advantages to it, it uses a ballast system, so you get a really consistent water pressure. So we appreciate you checking us out. If you want to learn more information about our products, just go to our website, imperialoutdoors.com.